Now, since this programme has a family car flavour, we thought it'd be a good idea to catch up at this point with all that's new and exciting in the world of the hot hatchback. I've always been a big fan of hot hatches because they were cheap, simple, and you got two cars for the price of one. On the one hand, they were as practical as a normal hatchback. You could use them for taking the children to school. But then, thanks to their big engines, you could drive home like your trousers were on fire. Recently, however, things have got all muddy and complicated. This Volkswagen Golf R32 costs £22,000, so it's not cheap. And it's not simple either. Quite apart from the safety and emission stuff that all cars have to have these days, I've got traction control, CD changer control, climate control, and heated seats, which of course are hemorrhoid control. All very nice. But luxuries like this add weight. So much, in fact, that this car weighs exactly twice as much as the original Golf GTI from 25 years ago. So, to move around at anything more than a trot, it needed twice the engine. And that's what it's got. The original had 1.6 litres. This has 3.2. The original developed 110 brake horsepower. This develops, well, slightly more than twice that actually, 240 brake horsepower. Because it has twice the engine and twice the weight, that led to another problem. It needed twice as much grip. So the original was front-wheel drive, this is four-wheel drive. So you're probably imagining at this point I'm going to say it's twice the car. Well, it's twice as substantial, that's for sure. It's twice as luxurious, it's twice as well made, it's twice as quiet, and bearing in mind the original didn't have power steering, it's twice as easy to drive. But it doesn't have the spirit of the original Golf. It's less fun somehow. It's like the new Mini, a better car than the original, but not as important. As a historical monument, then, it's thrashed. But as a 21st century flying machine, how does it stack up? In this market, in the blue corner, you have the Ford Focus RS. In the red corner, there's the Honda Civic Type R. And in the yellow corner, the Seat Leon Cupra R. This is a world of fat tyres and aluminium add-ons, where the show matches the go. The Golf tries to compete. It has two exhausts, for instance, and lowered suspension and big wheels, but I don't know, somehow it looks like the nominated driver at a New Year's Eve party. It's sober and restrained in a rainbow whirl of streamers and noise. Sure, the R32 is very, very fast. 0 to 60 takes 6 seconds. The top speed is 153. But I suspect it's more of a long-distance cruiser than a B-road barnstormer. The engine doesn't really like to be revved, and the gearbox doesn't like to be rushed, and the steering doesn't like to be rushed either. If you're quick with the wheel, you can actually beat the power assistance. It all suddenly gets very heavy, which is weird. And those of you of a tail slide disposition are going to be disappointed as well, because it really won't play ball, no matter what you do. don't know, it's not brutal like the Ford, it's very soft.